Happy Valentine's Day. Today is a lovely day for love and lovely things and lovely outings, and it's a lovely day to just celebrate the people that you do love in your life, whether you've got like a romantic partner or somebody that's just there for you, because that's what it's really all about. Today we're going to be making some Sweetheart Linzer cookies, just because I love cookies, and what better to celebrate people that you love with than homemade cookies from the Easy Homemade Cookie Cookbook. I'm not endorsed by them. So for these Sweetheart Linzer cookies, we are going to be making a big batch because I want to give them to a bunch of people, so I'm going to actually try to make them kind of small. I'm going to be using both strawberry and red raspberry jam. I'm also probably going to throw in some Concord grape just because my fiance really likes grape stuff and things. Traditionally, they are made with raspberry jam, though. The ingredients we're going to need today are 2 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature, confectioner's sugar, lemon extract, all-purpose flour, salt, and any jelly, jam, or preserves that you like. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a large mixing bowl and combine our confectioner's sugar and our butter. Now the butter I melted on a plate, and it's kind of a pooled mess, but it'll be okay. This will most likely affect the outcome of how our cookies end up becoming, so let's see how different they are. And now we're just gonna beat these together with an electric mixer until light and fluffy. I was corrected. The book actually says light and creamy, not light and fluffy. Now I'm embarrassed. Next, we're going to be adding our lemon extract, and if you have it, lemon zest. I don't have any, so I'm just using the extract, but I think that'll be all right. I hope. Wow, that is such a strong scent. Lemony fresh. Once your extract has been well combined with your sugar and butter, that's the other thing that's in here, we're going to take some flour and salt and add that to our batter. Dough. These are cookies, not cakes. What exactly is the difference between a dough and a batter? Is it the outcome? Or is it... because batters I feel like tend to be loose, while dough hardens up a little bit more. Maybe it's the amount of flour. Now we're just gonna mix this until well combined. So the next step that the recipe says to take is to roll this dough out between 2 pieces of wax or parchment paper. I've tried this before and it didn't work that well, but I'm going to try it again because the recipe is telling me to do it, and you know what? It must work if someone put it into a book. Right. So these are supposed to be about 1/2 inch thick. I'm not sure if I got there. I'm gonna do a little bit more, and then I'm going to pop them into the fridge for an hour to chill. You can do it longer than that, but it says at least 1 hour to chill. Now that my dough has chilled for about an hour, I just took it out of the refrigerator, and it's pretty tough, like, to handle, and I'm just going to start cutting out little hearts. I'm going to be using a small heart cookie cutter, and I'm going to be using an even tinier heart cookie cutter on half of the cookies to make a hole in the center so you can actually see the jam and the jelly come through. Now I'm just going to lay these out on a cookie sheet with a piece of parchment paper over it, and then that way it'll just go straight into the oven. The oven that has been preheated to 355 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, now that half of our cookies have holes and half do not, I'm going to pop these in the oven for about 14 to 15 minutes or until golden brown. Okay, so I just took these out of the oven at around 11-ish minutes, not the full 15. It was actually like 10 and a half because they started to turn golden brown and I didn't want them to potentially burn or anything. The hearts did kind of come together, so I am going to take the small heart cookie cutter and just cut them out now while they're still soft and make sure that there is a big enough heart in the center. Now that our cookies have had the opportunity to cool off a little bit, I'm going to take some of my preserves and I'm just going to start to spoon a little bit into the middle and not go all the way to the edges because this is going to need to sit right on top of the other cookie. So I just am pressing the top cookie down, and now I have a Linzer cookie. Now I'm just gonna do that to the rest of the cookies. And here are the completed Linzer cookies. I am so excited to try these because I used to eat these from a place called Dave's up north all the time. They weren't in heart shapes, but they were buttery cookies with like this twisted top and filled with raspberry jam. They were so good. So I'm very excited to try one. I just wanna break it right in half. These are so good. It's a crumbly butter cookie, sandwiching sweet and kind of tart because this is a raspberry one, jam, and it just goes so well together. And it breaks apart, but it's still, the dough, I was very impressed with the dough because it actually held together as I was mixing it and as I was shaping it. It has to stay cold, and Florida, because of the humidity and everything, you kind of have to keep putting it back in the fridge, back in the fridge, back out, back in the fridge. These actually stayed together in the oven and didn't spread as much as I thought they would for having 2 sticks of butter in them. But they're really good, and I'm so happy. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Valentine's Day themed video, and I hope that you yourself have a very happy Valentine's Day with the people that you care about and the people that you love. And if you make these cookies or a baked good of any sort, let me know. Let me know how it turns out. You can let me know in the comments below, on my Instagram, or you can even subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more baking or cooking, anything that interests you. But thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye!